Hey there, curious minds, and welcome back to Top 5 today. Today we're diving deep into the enigmatic pages of history to uncover the mysteries that continue to baffle even the brightest minds. From inexplicable phenomena to puzzling artifacts, join me on this intriguing journey as we explore the top 5 unexplained historical events that have left scientists scratching their heads. Number 5, Pascagoula Abduction. The Pascagoula Abduction was an alleged UFO sighting and alien abduction in 1973, in which Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker claimed they were abducted by aliens while fishing near Pascagoula, Mississippi. On the evening of October 11, 1973, 42-year-old Charles Hickson and 19-year-old Calvin Parker told the Jackson County, Mississippi Sheriff's Office they were fishing off a pier on the west bank of the Pascagoula River in Mississippi when they heard a whirring/whizzing sound, saw two flashing blue lights, and observed an oval-shaped object 30 to 40 feet across and 8 to 10 feet high. Parker and Hickson claimed they were conscious but paralyzed, while three creatures with robotic slit mouths and crab-like pincers took them aboard the object and subjected them to an examination. Following the incident, Hickson gave interviews and lectures, appeared on television, including an episode of the game show To Tell the Truth, in 1974 claimed additional encounters with aliens, and in 1983 authored a self-published book UFO Contact at Pascagoula. Parker later attended UFO conventions, and in 1993 started a company called UFO Investigations to produce television stories about UFOs. Aviation journalist and UFO skeptic Philip J. Klass found discrepancies in Hickson's story, noted that Hickson refused to take a polygraph exam conducted by an experienced examiner, and concluded that the case was a hoax. Skeptical investigator Joe Nickel wrote that Hickson's behavior was questionable and that Hickson later altered or embellished his claims. Nickel speculated that Hickson may have fantasized the alien encounter during a hypnagogic, waking dream state, and suggested that Parker's corroboration of the tale was likely due to suggestibility because he initially told police he had passed out at the beginning of the incident and failed to regain consciousness until it was over, a claim supported by Hickson during his To Tell the Truth appearance. Number 4, Burmeja Island. Burmeja Island is a purported island that was believed to be located in the Gulf of Mexico, between the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico and the northern coast of the Yucatan Peninsula of Belize. However, despite its mention on historical maps and maritime charts, no evidence of the island's existence has been found in modern times, leading to speculation and mystery. The name Burmeja means reddish in Spanish, and it's thought to have referred to the reddish color of the island's rocks or vegetation. The island was first mentioned on maps in the 16th century, and it played a role in determining the maritime boundaries between Mexico and the United States in the Gulf of Mexico. However, efforts to locate Burmeja Island in the 20th century were unsuccessful, with searches by various governments and researchers failing to find any trace of the island. This has led to a variety of theories and speculation about what happened to the island. Some theories suggest that the island may have sunk due to geological changes, while others propose that it might have been intentionally removed from maps for political or economic reasons. The mystery surrounding Burmeja Island has contributed to discussions about maritime boundaries, oil exploration rights, and historical cartography. It remains an intriguing enigma, and while it's often mentioned in discussions about geographic anomalies, its true fate and existence remain unresolved. Number 3, from a head trauma to a music genius. Imagine waking up one day and finding out you are basically a musical genius even though you haven't practiced a day in your life. That would be pretty amazing, right? Well, a similar thing happened to Derek Amato, only there was a significant price to pay. In October of 2006, Derek suffered from a severe concussion after hitting his head at the end of the pool while diving. After this, Derek suffered from 35% hair loss and some memory loss, but he also acquired a skill that many practice their entire life for: he became a composer. As I shut my eyes, I found these black and white structures moving from left to right, which in fact would represent in my mind a fluid and continuous stream of musical notation, Amato explained his condition. It is believed that Derek might be the only person in the world to gain genius-level talent after experiencing trauma, and even though the acquired musical savant syndrome is already known to doctors, usually cases are not as strong as Derek's. Number 2, Dancing Plague. The dancing plague, also known as the dancing mania or choreomania, refers to a phenomenon that occurred during medieval times in which groups of people would suddenly start dancing uncontrollably, often in large numbers and for extended periods of time. These incidents were characterized by a frenzied, involuntary, and often ecstatic dancing that would spread from person to person like a contagious outbreak. One of the most well-known cases of the dancing plague occurred in the town of Strasbourg, France, in 1518. According to historical records, a woman named Frau Trophia began dancing in the streets and was soon joined by others. The dancing continued for days and even weeks, with more and more people joining in. The participants danced until many of them collapsed from exhaustion, and some reportedly even died from heart attacks, strokes, or other physical ailments brought on by the constant movement. Similar instances of dancing mania were reported in various parts of Europe from the 14th to the 17th centuries. These episodes were often accompanied by religious fervor and were sometimes interpreted as a form of divine punishment or supernatural possession. Other theories have proposed that these outbreaks could have been caused by factors such as mass hysteria, stress, cultural and social factors, or even certain toxins or diseases affecting the nervous system. The dancing plague remains a fascinating historical mystery and an example of how social and psychological phenomena can have profound impacts on communities and individuals. While the exact causes of these events are still debated, they provide insight into the complexities of human behavior and the ways in which historical contexts can shape perceptions and reactions. Number 1. Unreal dead body. During the Western Han Dynasty in ancient China, Xian Jue, or Lady Day, was the Marquise of Dai. 2,000 years after her death, her tomb was discovered inside the Mawandui Hill in China. Inside the tomb, alongside her body, archaeologists found many important documents and valuable documents, but it was Jue's body that surprised them the most. It was incredibly well preserved, with her organs and blood vessels still completely intact. She even still had hair and eyelashes. Scientists also discovered melon seeds inside her stomach, meaning she most likely died a few hours after eating a melon. Another thing that surprised them was the fluid that helped preserve her body. It was slightly acidic and had some magnesium in it. The mystery fluid still haven't figured out what it was. In the captivating tapestry of human history, there are moments that defy our understanding, events that challenge our knowledge and leave us pondering the mysteries of the past. We've journeyed through the annals of time to unearth 5 enigmatic occurrences that continue to bewilder scientists and historians alike. From the ancient dancing plague that swept across medieval Europe, to the elusive Burmeja Island that vanished into the depths of the Gulf of Mexico, each of these unexplained historical events serves as a reminder that our world's past is far from fully deciphered. As we've journeyed through these enigmas, one thing becomes clear: the human experience is colored with uncertainty, and history's secrets often elude even the most diligent of investigators. These unexplained events tantalize us, urging us to question what we think we know and driving us to explore the furthest reaches of the unknown. While we may never fully solve the puzzles of these mysteries, their very existence reminds us that curiosity is the lifeblood of progress and that the world's most captivating stories are the ones that leave us truly scratching our heads. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Have a great day. Adios.